Okay, good morning. So I wanted to do a very quick presentation on how you can refresh your syllabus with AI. So just a couple of things. I don't know how many of you, maybe you can put it in the chat, have used AI for your syllabus or anything else. Well, I try to get this to move to the next slide. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm just going to do it this way. So, how many of you have used AI for anything? Let's see, we have a chat here. Not used it for the syllabus. Okay, has anyone used it for the syllabus? Use it to generate ideas for assignments, activities, but not the syllabus. Okay, so I feel like, well, first of all, there are two AIs that I use. I use ChatGPT and I use Claude. And a lot of times I'll put things in ChatGPT and then I'll also put it in Claude just to see, sorry, I'm looking at the chat, same. Okay, just to see kind of the differences. They're both a little bit different. For ChatGPT, I actually bought a subscription because I wanted the better performing one, and you can do a little bit more with that. For Claude, I'm still using the free version because I'll only have one at I'll only pay for one subscription, for the year. So I don't want to start getting all these different subscriptions, but it's good to kind of play with them to see what you like. Now, I decided to try and update my syllabus because I feel like my language isn't very friendly. And you hear a lot that talks about having friendly language in your syllabus. So I just sort of put it in there and I said, make my language friendlier. And it popped out with some good text. Okay. But there's lots of things you can use, like to create engaging descriptions of a course topics, to save time on repetitive tasks like creating reading lists or designing assessments, identifying gaps. Like you can put in your syllabus and say, where might I need more information? And I do that with writing prompts too. So, like, I'll create my prompt for a writing assignment and I might put it in AI and say, where am I missing information? Or where might my students be confused? Or is there any language that maybe is above I kind of put like eighth grade level or ninth grade level sometimes, um, just so that it maybe makes the language a little bit more accessible. Um, you can simplify language. You can say revise the slate policy to be more concise and student friendly, or highlight where expectations are unclear or where instructions need to be more specific. So you can ask these, put in different prompts. And I went into ChatGPT and Claude, and I didn't make a document out of this, but I can definitely include it somewhere. But I said, just give me prompts to help revise my syllabus. This first one should not be bigger, but that's okay. So I just put these down. Like you can have revise this attendance policy to make it firm but compassionate, or review the syllabus for clarity and suggest any improvements, or reorganize the syllabus to improve its flow and readability. So there are lots of different things that you can actually ask it to do. And if you're not sure, you can actually go in and say, give me some prompts to help me with my syllabus. Rewrite the grading policy to make it clear and transparent for students. So let me see if I can copy and paste this and put it in the chat. And I went into ChatGPT and Claude. Let me see if this will work. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe not. I think I have to split it up. So let me do this. Just because I think it's good to have some of this stuff. Just give me a second. Oh, nope, that still won't work. So I'm just copying some of these and you can then copy and paste them. I should put it in a Word document, but I didn't think of that. I was waiting. Sorry, and I'm also admitting people. And I will post the presentation on the intranet too, so you have this. And you have this little PowerPoint. But these are a whole bunch of prompts that you can ask it, okay? So enough with that. I want to actually go to Claude. So let me, or ChatGPT. So let me go ahead and stop sharing and reshare. Sorry, just give me a second. Any questions so far while I'm getting this up? No, okay, it's not letting me do that. Hold on a second. Here's the other one. Sorry, I can't get the right screen up. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. So this is ChatGPT and I have the 4.0 up. And I might take a part of my syllabus, like yesterday I was playing with, hold on a second. I have all of these like tips for passing the class. So I have 10 tips for passing the class. So I will put it in here and let's see, can you guys see the Claude or the ChatGPT? Okay, thanks. So I'll just stick it in here kind of and like you can see, tips for passing the class. See me often to get help with your papers. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Meet with your tutor weekly. We have a great reading and writing center who can help you too. You can also get help from Net Tutor, log into Canvas daily. So it's just pretty like, I don't know, neutral, maybe not very friendly. And so what I'm going to do is before I put that in, I'm going to actually make a little prompt. And I'm going to say something like, these are tips for passing my English class at a community college. I want to make this more student friendly. Can you revise? And it doesn't care if you have spelling mistakes. Can you revise this to be more compassionate? And then I'll hit enter and let me check out the chat as it's working. Do you have access to the paid version of ChatGPT through Reedley College? No, unfortunately not. We still have to buy our own AI or our own subscriptions. So I just decided for this to put the money out for it. But I would also play around if you wanted to do a subscription. Most of them are $20 a month. So I would just do one. And if you have a question, you can unmute yourself too. So here we go, 10 chats. Reach out to me anytime. So it changed it like this. I'm here to support you and I'd love to work with you to strengthen your writing. Don't hesitate to ask questions or share your challenges. My original was see me often to get help with your papers. So you can see it's made it a little bit more long-winded, but it's a lot friendlier. You could even go in and say something like here, take ownership for your learning journey. Everyone makes mistake. What matters is how you respond. If something doesn't go as planned, reach out to me so we can work on a solution together. So again, it's friendlier. You can go in and say something like, cut these down to the maybe 6 most important strategies.
You have to take it for AI.
Go ahead, Rayon. I can't hear you. I think that was Rayon. I think someone asked, do you have to pay for AI? Yes, for the you can get a free version, but the free version will only let you do so much. So I again
How
pay.
to upgrade your syllabus.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, if someone has a comment, unmute yourself or put it in the chat. So here I asked it to just do 6 strategies for success in this class, and it came up with these that it thinks is the most. Now, you are the owner of this. So you might say, I don't, I really want to include something like I really want to include, I don't know, engage with the module. So I can go back in and say, add that one and take this one out or something. Again, you're the owner of this. You want to make sure that you read through what AI gives you. And you also might decide that you want to change some of the wording a little bit. Okay. But if you look at it, it does kind of, reach out. I'm here to support you. I want to see you succeed. So it did what I asked. It made it that student friendly. Um, any questions so far? Any thoughts about this? Okay. So now I like to play with Claude too. So I'm going to go back up and I'm going to go to Claude because just to see the difference. So I'm going to get my 10 things, and let me see if I can just switch to Claude. Can you guys see Claude? See Danielle, I can see you. Okay, John. Okay, I can't see you all. Okay, so I might do the same thing. Oh, I didn't actually. I'm gonna go here and just take my whole prompt. I'm gonna do the whole prompt and do the whole thing. So it's gonna be exactly the same, and you'll see a little bit of a difference. With Claude, if you have a free subscription, it will only do so much. Like you might ask questions and then it'll get to a point where it will say you need to pay or you need to upgrade in order to get more answers. And it will only give you like a few, like you can only use it like maybe 3 or 4 times, like create new chats. And then it'll say you have to wait until 8 o'clock for a new chat to open up. So here it gave it, and it's a little bit different, and you can see um, down, oh, didn't do that. Sometimes it'll just say different things. So you can say things or it'll give you other advice. So here, I'm here to help you succeed. Please come see me during office hours. I genuinely enjoy working with students and watching their writing improve. So again, it's giving that friendlier language, which we're being told, well, it is good to have friendlier language. And also, a lot of people talk about how it helps connect you better to the student. So does the college? No, it does not. It's again, you have to you have to pay for it yourself. But there are free versions. So like with the PowerPoint presentation I made, I did that through Gamma and I have the free version of it. It will only do so many slides, but you can then go in and add information. And it for me, it works okay. I know other people have the paid version of Gamma and it does things a little bit better. So again, here you can do the same thing and you can kind of compare which answers do you like better. Do you like the one from Claude or do you like the one from ChatGPT? Or sometimes you might mix it together. Does that make sense? Any questions? The other cool thing about Claude is that let's say I want to make a Canvas page for this, it'll actually give you HTML. So I haven't played with this too much, but I might say like turn, or maybe I'll say like shorten this to the best 5. And if you want, I can put a link to, I think I can put a link to the chat that I used if you want to see it in our chat. So I can go to ChatGPT and I can copy the link and I can throw it in the chat so that you can look at the whole thing later if you want to. Does anyone want me to do that? Okay. So here it gave me 5, and then I might say I need to make a canvas page. And I'd like you to, I need to whoops, sorry, getting a little Teams thing. I need to turn this into a Canvas page. Please add a border and make it orange and make and use orange in the page, our school colors. And let's see if it will do it. Okay, so usually on the side, yes, so you can see it creating the HTML code, which you can then copy and paste. I've not played with this yet, and here we go. So here it made a nice stylized page, and I think you can go back to the code, and I should be able to copy and paste the code into my Canvas page, which is a whole other workshop. But, and I have not tried this yet to see if it works. Has anyone done this, John? Maybe you've done this, or anyone else tried to do the code?
I have not.
Okay, I thought maybe you might have. So anyway, so it can do all of these really cool things, which sometimes I feel guilty about taking these shortcuts because I don't want my students putting their papers and saying, you know, make this more academic or something. But there is a time and a place for AI for students, but again, that's a whole other workshop. So any thoughts or comments on this or anything else that you want to see as far as this goes? No, ChatGPT does not do the HTML. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know. I don't think it does. Um, I think I've only used Claude to do the HTML, and that one is my free subscription. So you can see that as a free subscription, it will do that. So if you want to stylize, if you guys want to hang out, I can see if that actually works in the Canvas page. It should, it's the HTML code. Was that a yes? Yeah, okay.
I'd like to see it. Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. So this is what I do with ChatGPT and Claude and any other AI. It'll just take me a minute to sign into Canvas. I play with it. I just go in there and I try different prompts. I ask for prompts. I just have fun with it. So I'm going to just go into my old class from last semester since it's there, and I'll go to the modules. Oh, this is an old class. It might not let me edit it. Let me see. Let me put in, oh wait, okay, hold on. Can you see this? Let me reshare this. Okay, sorry. I get ahead of myself. Okay, so this is just an old Canvas shell. So I'm gonna go in to make a page. Oh, create page. So this is just a test. Add item. And then, can you guys see it okay? See the page? And then I'm gonna
Yes.
go back to Claude. I'm gonna do the code. I'm gonna copy the contents. Let's see. It's exciting. I feel like an AI geek a little bit. I'm gonna go to edit. To do the HTML code, okay, here we go. You go down to this little thing here, I'm gonna paste it. Oh, no, it didn't work. So I'm not quite sure. So that's something I'm gonna have to play around with. It did not keep the fancy thing. Let me see. It should have though. Let me actually try it this way. Nope, it didn't do it. Oh well, okay. That is something I will definitely be playing around with. Yeah, you could screenshot the pretty one, but there's got to be a way of putting it in there. So I'm going to play around with that and probably talk to Amanda. Amanda Tainter knows a lot more about AI and Canvas than I do. So if you do have questions, you can come to me with AI things or with your syllabus. But if you have questions about HTML, about anything else with AI, please um, go and visit Amanda. And then Veronica said maybe switch to raw HTML editor. I did that. Did I not do that, Veronica? I thought I did that. Oh, I see. Switch to raw. Okay, let me see. Ah, hold on. Give me a second. I have too many screens open. Oops. I'm not even sharing. Okay, let me just get that up here and see. Switch to pretty. Oh, nope, it didn't work. So I don't know. Something to play with. But anyway, you can see how you can put any part of your syllabus into it, and you can do other things, like you can ask other questions or ask it to include language that is more equitable or works with DEIA or something like that. Like you can ask it to do basically whatever you want. If you feel like you've written too much, you can ask it to shorten it down. So AI can be really helpful for making some of these quick changes, which maybe would take us a lot more time, or maybe we're not sure of how to do or how to make it friendly. I know I'm a really blunt person. So for me, it helps to be able to say, make this friendlier. And sometimes, even with my students, if I'm emailing them a message, and I realize like it might be blunt or a little harsh, or maybe I'm a little annoyed. And so I write a harsh email, but then I can put it into ChatGPT and say, make this friendlier. Or sometimes I might say, I know it's horrible to admit, but sometimes you get your aggression out and then you need to change it. I shouldn't say aggression, your frustration out. I might edit this part of the video. But you can do that, or if you feel like you're not getting your point across, you can say, I want to make sure the student understands this. Am I getting my point across? So any other questions? There's a few more minutes and then we're switching over how to use the intranet. That one comes next. Anything? Nope. Okay. Well, I'm going to just hang out here for a few minutes and actually I'm going to stop the recording and then I will start the next one in a couple minutes.